Guys, this is for my SIT 206 assignment 2 project assignment, which I have done this assignment for the Fitness for Life, which is a fitness app, and I have developed 4 functions inside of it, which is a gym locator, music player, timer, and feedback. Firstly, gym locator is for users to view the gym near user, which I have done for 6 annotation for users location, there, and the different 5 gym near the users, and user could click on these information buttons to jump into a table view, which is a 5 gym inside of here to view the information for furthermore. And each of the gym have a link to their website, which is like this, and back to, and this is for the map, and this is for gym locator, and music player is like this, which I got different music, and like this, and stop button and pause button. And for the timer, I got the function like this: start, pause, and stop. And countdown timer is like this. This function is for user to when they are doing the fitness task. They could view the time and know which time they are in the fitness, and it is more it gives their convenience when they are doing the fitness job. And back feedback is for the user to input their information for this, like Imi John, and like this, all the way. And question is for the like bug A in map view, and add, which we can see is a core data function. Add the function, add the information inside of it, and add another like a this b add is inside of here and back. So let me show you my code. Firstly, for the gym locator, it's inside of here map view function. The gym locator is basically for the annotation point inside of here, and firstly it gives different annotation. It gives the location, my location for the Deakin University is for this point, and it defines this annotation point inside of here. So it's the annotation of me, and this is the annotation for the Burwood Fitness Center, and this is for the gym 2 and gym 3, 4, 5 inside of here, and this is for the longitude and the latitude for each each annotation points, which I defined in my map. And next I want to show you about my table view for the table view controller. It's inside of here. Table view controller, which I have defined the project, which firstly I have defined the those each of the which I have added a table view controller, and with 5 static cells, and for each cells I have added the image label and 1 button for link to other pages, and I have done it here for the for the 5 section and 5 section and 5 cells. And this is for the function of the each link button link to the website, and this is for gym 1, gym 2, gym 3, 4 and 5. And sorry, the next I want to show is for the music player function. The code is inside here. Music player function. Firstly, this have defined a UI image and a UI scroll, and for the music file, for the image file, and for the picker view. Picker view is for user to pick up the music inside of it. It's inside of here, music player. It lets them to select different music, and which will jump into the different album images. And yeah, the image is, the items is inside of here. It's there, the different images and different music files. And this defines the picker views counts, and this defines the picker views images inside of here. And when users select different songs, the different images will show up inside of there. And these three functions define the play, pause, and stop function. And this function is inside of here, back function, because when users click this back function, I want the music stop when it jump into the main interface. So I define one more buttons here. And the next I want to talk about is about timer. Timer is inside of here. Timer function is inside of here. Timer function is quite simple, because firstly I have added the variables of time and a timer, and the next I define the function for the start button. The start button will start the time interval. The start button will start the time count from 0 to 1, and which is here action time equals 1 and label text equals string time. And pause will stop the current counter, and stop will stop all of the time and let the time equals 0. And counter time function is inside of here. Counter time is it's basically similar to this one, and also got a start and stop buttons, which counter is here, which is seconds -1, and the label text string dot seconds if it's 0, and these two buttons will show up. The basically is the same, which we only need to set this slides inside of the main storyboard to the values and other function, and which I have also added a navigation controller to this time and counter time functions, which user could switch those two functions easily. And the next I want to talk about is for the feedback function. Inside my feedback function, I have added the core data, import the core data inside of it. Firstly, for the core data, I have added a data mode for this data mode, and inside of the data mode, I have added the address data, name data, and phone data, and question data. And for these five datas, which I have used inside of there. Add data view controller. And for the add data view controller, which I have defined the name for the text field, name, address, phone, and question inside of it. And this add data is to this function is for this button add data, which is for add those four text field which user have input into the core data, which we can use from the next view controllers, which we can see task name data equals name.text, address data equals address.text, and phone data equals phone.text, which user input information which recorded into the core data and used from the next view controller. And for the table view controller, which we have defined the task inside of it, and which let users to get those different core data from the database into the table view interface. It's inside of here. Function table views, it set up the each cells inside of it, and for the sets it's here cell labels, which got the name, address, phone, and questions, and .n is for the this n is for the line break. This 2 is for the line break, which set up all the informations inside of here. And also I have got 2 buttons for there. It's add, which jump back to these functions to add one more data, and this is for the back is for the back to the main interface, which is back into here. And this is for my SIT 206 project 2. Thanks.